Hey guys, welcome back to another live show. Live boots on the ground action of stuff. So you guys can see. Let's see if you guys can see some eye shine right now. There's some eye shine. 40 yards up in there. I suspect it's deer, of course, but right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. But this red light really makes it shine like laser dots glowing. So it's easy to detect and stuff by the head movements. Looks like deer. So anyways, glad to have everyone here with us. Been a pretty exciting week with hopefully some good news soon. And I heard a little something there. We got some type of aircraft flying up ahead. If you guys can. You guys will see it here in a second. But anyways, we're out here. Sorry to get started a little late, but in this area, I was trying to get actually into a different area, but I had no signal whatsoever. So definitely didn't work out. So I had to hurry my way and get out of there and get to this other area, which we have signal, which is pretty interesting because of what's over there. I was fiddling around and stuff. Anyways. Oh, you can see it right there real good. Hopefully. I don't know if you guys see that? Eye shine up in there? It's about 20 yards away from me right now. With this white light, it looks green, which, from my experience, is typically deer. So we'll go. I'll go walk over here and go scare them real quick. And it didn't take long. But what I wanted to do was to push them, and then obviously deer usually hop and skip and jump, and that's what we heard. So typically, easy enough to deduce that was deer. And with white light, usually deer can have greenish color eye shine. But if you switch over to different colors, the eye shine is going to be different. If I use the red spotlight, their eyes are going to be a red slash orangish color, because that's what it's made to do. And with different animals and stuff, there's different eye colors that you can get from white light, but different angles that you can also have. Sorry, I was hearing something, but different angles that you shine the light can also cause the color to change or have different hues or slight dimming effect. But we're gonna get into this the area that we've been into for several weeks. Hopefully get some more action tonight. A lot of deer, and as you guys can see, the forest is finally coming to life with bugs and the leaves and the blossoms. So it's starting to be a very good time to get out there and get going. So it's pretty much we're out here today. We're not going to be out all night, but we're going to be out for 3 hours. I'm going to throw the link into chat so other people can come on, hang out, talk if they want. And since I'm going to be out here and stuff, can't see anything now. Basically, we are going to hopefully try to get any evidence, of course, that we might come across, encounters that will be live, and mainly just checking out the area and just listening. What I would normally do, but the only thing different is I have you guys that I would be talking to, and that is definitely out of the norm from what I usually do here. So, but the more we possibly do it, obviously, if they're around, they can get used to it. All right, so we can get into this area and decide where we're going to go. We might go down to the lake and stuff, and then over on to some other shores. Glad to see everyone's in chat. Of course, Sandra Piper, how's it going? Pyromatic, Strange Land, how's it going? Yes, with the lights and stuff, white light especially, can blind animals and disorient and even confuse. In the red light, does that even actually the red light has a more calming effect on them. It actually throws less shadows out when you cast and stuff like this. White light throws a lot of shadows, which tend to spook animals. And most animals have adapted pretty much to the white light being used by humans. And so they are pretty skittish with white lights, whereas green and red hunting lights are more effective. And the brighter the light, it will actually block your silhouette out. And they get confused because they don't see a human, they just see a big orb of light. So it kind of gives you a little advantage. And I've hunted small game and stuff at night. Had possums spot me, and run right up to me. So animals can react all sorts of ways. So we just gonna take a listen right now. Mainly, which because that's what you would normally want to do is I'm going to be placing a recorder out here, and I'll retrieve tomorrow for some audio, and then we're going to be doing more of that constant audio capturing when I'm not able to be here at night, obviously throughout the week. But if I wasn't live and I was just filming, I would try to be quiet as much as I can and walk around and listen. And what I normally like to do is, if we walk and go to the lake, we're going to walk this same path consistently. Maybe something odd will be laid out, or something that wasn't there last time that is completely obvious to us, and maybe that can't be explained, and not just fallen debris by storm, but actually manipulation of sort. Through repetitive observation, we can deduce if it's manipulation of the environment or if it's just natural tree fall. So I think coming out here and talking to you guys very loudly and talking about different subjects, being loud, is definitely unusual activity for me out here. So that is definitely new to the equation. So I just hope we have some fun eventually. Actually get some action live on camera for you guys. So, but this area typically doesn't have a lot of, I would say, some animal over here moving. It's always good to just listen, because you'll be able to attune to what's going on around you, be able to hear little creatures and bigger creatures walking, and get a feel of what's around you and stuff, and calm your nerves and stuff. You don't want to get all spooked up, amped up when you're out here, because then your mind will play tricks on you. But you also have to understand whether or not your intuition and your gut feeling on things is actually going on, or if your mind is giving you the heebie jeebies and just scaring you. Are you so? The only way to get really proficient at this stuff is to be out here. And we were doing just reading the comments real quick. That's pretty interesting. Here in Michigan, it actually ends April 1st. It goes September 1st to April 1st for small game season. And then we all hunting stops April 1st besides like spring turkey, and there's like bear and a couple other ones. Yeah, this is definitely true. And you guys can do this experiment very easily by going to the grocery store and just looking at someone and um, looking at several different people and stuff. And I bet more often than not, if you keep trying it, you'll eventually get people that will actually look at you. And that is because you can kind of feel it and stuff. You know, our brains are pretty amazing at what they do. And somehow there's some type of energy that is transmitted. Um, yeah, when you hunt animals and stuff, they always say to don't look at them in their eyes, don't look at them in their face. Try to look at them, even if with people, look at them with at their waist. Especially when you're hunting an animal. And I came across this with squirrel hunting actually. Everyone talks about deer fever. Well, I got squirrel fever, and I had uh, shot and injured the squirrel, and he went up into his one of these holes, and I was out there waiting him out, and when he was peeking his head out and stuff, he would come out, and I was getting ready for the shot. All of a sudden, my body went into, you know, tunnel vision, heavy breathing, and severe tunnel vision, like the dimming of the light and stuff. And it was during the day, and it was very interesting to feel this, this new sensation, and over a squirrel of all things. But it was very interesting and great experience and stuff. Being able to experience that the first time, of course, it definitely helped moving on to bigger and different things. And so, when you're out here and stuff, expect that your body's going to go into some crazy shock, and uh, endorphins going to be flowing. You're going to have a lot of things pumping through you, and you're the only way to get more proficient at what you're able to do in extreme situations like that is kind of put yourself out in uncomfortable situations, like being out in the dark in the woods by yourself, or with a group or whatever, and get acclimated and stuff. You can see someone tied that. I would assume a human, obviously, being on a trail. Uh, but I do have. I am armed this time. I actually brought my firearm, my rifle that I'm carrying, because I didn't bring my knife and stuff, so I actually lost it in a different section out here that we were going to go to. I was going to go look for my knife with you guys, and there's some very interesting rock mounds and stuff over there, but the area is completely dead. I can't get a signal at all, so I am not able to go live there, which is interesting, I guess. Uh, but I definitely gonna take some video. Got some pictures to be showing you guys. The next live show we'll be doing uh, at the house and stuff. I'll show some pictures and videos and stuff like that. But there's several of these like rock piles and a good place to place the recorder, but that's not going to happen today. So we're going to pick a different spot. The forest is alive and much different, Before, we used to be able to see, easy 20 yards in. Now, you can only see 15 feet before you hit bushes and trees, and it's going to even get more full. This is just the beginning. Yeah, pig hunting would be pretty sweet. I mean, if there was a pig here right now, I mean, I would. I mean, technically, I guess I would not have the legal right to do it because my caliber of rifle is way too big to be uh, used as hunting. It's kind of a loophole right here because they are invasive species, so you are allowed to basically shoot them on sight. But depending on where you're at and stuff, the caliber of rifle at nighttime at a particular land might interfere with that legal right. But in self-defense, of course, if I was being charged, that's not an issue. But usually on site, yeah, you can pretty much shoot them. And I would love to go pig hunting and stuff and get some meat and stuff, have it barbecued. And I would say in a couple more years, another decade, there'd probably be a lot more population of wild pigs here. We actually have had them sighted over the past 20 years in different counties, but the populations have been low, and supposedly they get taken out. But I don't know. I don't know with all those kind of stories. Supposedly there's a population up in the UP, and then there was a lot of private landowners who had private hunting ranches that had them too, and sometimes they would get out, and even just normal pig that gets out can go feral. So yeah, I would love to boar hunt with a Bowie knife and a spear. Actually, I'd do it with with the dogs and stuff. It seems pretty interesting. I actually probably would hunt the spear without dogs, either up in a tree and stuff, which would probably be pretty easy, or on the ground stuff. That's the ultimate right there. But yeah, 300-pound pig is massive. I mean, a 200-pound pig is massive. I mean, and bear, 250-pound black bear or 300-pound black bear is no joke. So definitely no joke, honestly. And I definitely am carrying something big enough for black bear. Yeah, definitely there's not enough hunters here in Michigan. Just people just don't get their kids into it and are not doing it like they used to, which is actually beneficial for Sasquatches because they're not getting as much pressure. There's a lot of areas and land on both private and public that are not being hunted as much. So there's if you guys heard that, it was pretty big disturbance with brush. If anything really goes down and stuff, and I'm charged by something, I'll probably drop the phone and get the gun out real fast. So there's eye shine right there. It's probably deer, but just always want to play cool and stuff in these situations. Yeah, there's something moving up there in front of us. There's something literally right there, which looks like a deer. You guys maybe see the eye shine? I don't know. 20 yards right there behind that. It's like 10 yards behind that tree. So I'll walk over here. That's a deer. If I was up north and stuff, I'd definitely be a little bit more cautious with the amount of bears that are actually up there. Here, I would, there might be one that passes through every couple years, but you always have to watch out. With big cats and stuff, because there actually has been big cat sightings around here. Again, every couple of years. So I don't know if you guys were able to see any of that or not, but you can see him right there. He's about 30 yards. I don't know if you guys can see him. I can see the eye shine. I didn't go too far, I think I might have passed my turn back there, but that's okay. We can go this other way for a little bit, and maybe I didn't stuff. But, there's a lot of deer out here this time around. Usually they are up on the fringes and edges. Yeah, no, typically, in any bad situation, you get your firearm up and ready to rock anything and get it pointed at the danger. Of course, evaluate everything that's going on. If you need to actually have your gun pointed actually at a threat, or if it's unconfirmed, you don't want to be pointing at stuff you don't actually know what you will be shooting at. And of course, you don't shoot anything you don't see. And of course, you don't shoot anything that actually isn't posing a direct threat to you. Which means if you spot a bear and stuff, you can't just shoot it, obviously. It has to give you imminent danger to your life. So, which means you have to keep your cool and not shit your pants in that situation, right? Which brings us all, of course, always back to remaining calm, cool, and collective out here in all situations, stopping and listening, getting used to the sounds of the forest, getting used to the sounds of animals when they take off and run. It's pretty and also learning survival skills. It's not just looking about looking for Bigfoot and researching Bigfoot. You should be proficient as a woodsman. There's a whole plethora of skills that actually all help with Bigfoot researching. And one of which that I've been doing lately is a lot of exercising and working out. Mainly which doing the 100 push-ups a day challenge for May. There's some type of little critter right there. Doing that. I did a little short video of the other day. Quick, easy 25 push-ups in under a minute, just to show, it's not that hard. If you guys are in pretty good shape, if you're not, try your best, but got some animals they're pushing over here, probably another deer. Anyways, physical activity, doing 100 push-ups and stuff a day for the May challenge. Bigfoot training and stuff, because you want to be at your best out here. You don't want to basically be a sloth on the couch all year or for months at a time before you get on your Bigfoot expedition and you camp out and you're out here and you sprain an ankle, or you twist your leg out, or you blow your shoulders out because you're carrying a backpack that's too heavy for you, that you weren't really ready for. In all your excitement and stuff, you're not gonna maybe feel it until it's a little too late. Then you realize, man, you're really sore. I've seen it and stuff. I've seen people get injured pretty fast. Mainly because they're not strengthening their bodies. And they're coming out here and they're just putting it through depending on what you actually do and how long you go, I'm putting it through its paces. So one of the things that I've definitely am changing up this year, and right now especially, is working out to be able to just have the endurance really to stay out here longer, carry a rifle, full backpack, all the gear, not be tired, not be thirsty and stuff. I have a water bottle, and rarely do I ever finish it on any of these live shows that I've done, even the 6 hour plus ones. So just because I don't want to be limited. I can't. I'm able to be able to go out here, go off trail, and do these things. I don't want to limit myself by you know slacking when I'm not in the woods. And if I need to run away from something, I want to make sure I could run. So you might see me pump out a couple extra shorts and stuff. You might see me pump out a video where I actually just do 100 push-ups on camera for you guys. Maybe we could start that challenge for other researchers. At least, get us in shape. I think, honestly, if I'm telling you what, everyone starts doing some exercises, it helps the mind and everything. So, and trust me, I've been out of shape. I've been out of shape plenty of times in my life. So, but honestly, just work hard and don't quit. Because fuck, man, people have heart attacks. People, like you said, get injured, sprain their legs, blow out their knees, shoulders. Mainly which because they don't warm up and they're, sloths on the couch, and they jump out here. But I was gonna have my partner, my lady, out here. But she had too much of my tacos that I made, and just was a little too tired and sleepy, so she wasn't able to make it out this time. But we definitely ate too late. But I hope to get her out here for you guys and a little bit on camera and stuff, and get her out here really. Adding a female. Typically, in my experience and what you hear, draws them out for better or for worse. There are definitely some bad stories with women. So there is definitely times of the month where women probably shouldn't be actually in the woods or looking for Bigfoot. Certainly around animals like bears, because they will smell that and they will get triggered and go after. So here's some more you see right there, hunting tags and stuff, some markers that of course they didn't take down because hunting season's over with, and technically that's just trash and litter, or I guess going to be left there till next year. Yeah, you should just really. I don't know. That's why I don't hunt. I don't hunt with other people anymore, because people have their own habits of doing things, and I tend not to agree with certain stuff, especially when their shooting safety is not up to my standards. You tend not want to hunt with those kind of people. So, but I would love to actually go out west and do some long range hunting. Uh, there's some spots up north. I guess you could do some shots, but really just out in the Midwest, it's out in like Montana and stuff. I think that'd be really fun, pretty cool. So we do have the night vision camera, of course. Only using it when we spot something or hear something very interesting. And then I should be able to put the live stream behind the night vision camera so you guys can actually see through it. So that works that way. And yeah, so I'm going to put the link into the chat right now. If anyone wants to come on, hang out and stuff, more than welcome to, of course. We're just going to be pretty much just hanging out here. All right, so that should do it. Yeah, definitely cats. Big cats are getting more prevalent in a lot of states, it seems like. And I get the suspicion that the DNR or whatever wildlife organization in each of those states are not only do they know about them, but they actually are managing them and moving them. And we have stories of them actually moving them out of the UP and down here. So yes, a lot of hunters do. And and then the main it has a little something right there. There's a lot of things that do with that. Mainly, like I said, is they don't do that amount of physical activity throughout the year, and then that's like just gun ho, go 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 go. And when you're excited and you're having fun, you can suppress your body's drainage until basically it's almost too late. And then of course you're trucking through snow, you're wearing gear, dragging a deer. I mean, that is pretty grueling. So there's a combination of things of why that is. Mainly, which is just the American couch potato syndrome that we suffer through, where we lack the discipline to do physical exercises, but mainly just stretching. Americans don't stretch, and that is doing a number to us. So I'm always try to listen to anything following or anything around. To do that. That's pretty sweet, paramedic. being able to have the land to do that is awesome, and potentially have Bigfoot or Sasquatch migrate across there or be in some areas around there would be pretty sweet too. And I would say, depending on where you're at, if you're in the countryside, you got farm fields and in woods, that is enough. And we're excited. The link is in the description for our conference that we're having, the Michigan Bigfoot and Dogman Conference, which is going to be held on August 25th in Mason, Michigan. And it's going to be at the Ingham County Fairgrounds. So it's a very nice place, very nice town of Mason and stuff. It's in between the capital of Lansing, just south of Lansing, and just north of Jackson, Michigan. So in between pretty two large cities and stuff. And airports, and lots of hotels and such and things. And we're actually working on doing some camping and stuff. So it's coming together, and seems to. I'm excited. So can't wait to. As it gets closer and stuff, it feels like the fire is burning hotter and hotter. So, but I'm excited just to have everyone show up and try to spread the awareness on, what really roams these forests out here, these backwoods of Michigan and in other states. Not only Sasquatch, but there are cryptids. There are things that just cannot be explained. Me and my girlfriend seen a wolf cross the road. A regular wolf running on all fours, massive creature, and it got up and started running on two legs. And I just cannot explain that, other than it's this cryptid or this abnormal thing that these particular wolf did, or something, that a dog man. I don't know. All I know is this wolf ran on all fours, and it just started to run like a person through the field. And I, my girlfriend was a witness to it. I'm ecstatic because, it's one thing to experience stuff by yourself, but when you have a witness, or have you guys to go live with, it adds more credibility. And so these things are out here. We have unknown creatures in these woods. Now, they are rare. They don't always seem to be around, or at least do the things we want them to do. But every once in a while, on rare occasions, there's things that go bump in the night. There's things. So that's mainly if we're going to be spreading the awareness of a Sasquatch and Dogman, whatever that may be. There's several different people who have descriptions of different things that appear to be a canine wolf-like creature that stands up and so now I don't know if you guys heard that, but something just fell out of the tree. And it's a little windy, but up top on the treetop level, that wind is definitely stronger. And going to be rocking things around a bit more. I don't want to get spooked out. We're taking the walk slow and stuff this time. Not marching through the place. Trying to get as many miles in as I can. No, not walking 9 miles this time. Not the. Sorry, I thought just listening to stuff. That's your main sense out here at nighttime is going to be your ears, because your eyes are just so reliant on this light that it is your ears and stuff that are mainly going to play tricks on you and stuff that are going to rattle your brain into thinking there's stuff being thrown when there's nothing there. You hear rustling of the leaves. Gotta go this way. Maybe we go that way. I think I go that way. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out here in a second, actually. So. Yeah, train horn. You guys heard? Yeah. That's why I didn't say anything, because to me, automatically I know it's a train, so I don't bother with, saying something like, "Oh, I just heard something." It's more of a automatic. I already know that's nothing. So, but with like a bird or animal sound, I might say, "Oh, I heard something," and try to figure out what it is. So I'll try to call that out next time. Like that. That's a train horn. I do think. Yeah, that's the wrong way to go. And everything looks so totally different because the leaves are here now. So I'm gonna have to get used to that, because everything looks different. That's okay. Yeah, just train stuff. Trust me, if there's stuff that I hear that is weird or abnormal, I'm definitely going to call it out. There are going to be cars and stuff that are going by. Typically, we'll have cars and stuff go by all the way until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Pretty much wherever you're at in Lower Michigan, especially if you're kind of by main roads or well-traveled roads. So you guys always keep that in mind when we do audio and stuff. And I'm really not sure where I'm going to put the audio because I kind of honestly planned it on the other spot. So I might hold off on audio tonight and put it out in the other spot. I guess I could do it at the end. I just go back over there and put it out. Because that spot's pretty interesting, and there's some rock mounds and rock piles. So it'll be interesting to document if there's like changes and stuff, or if there's added rocks or rocks taken away. And also put my recorder kind of in those rocks type of thing. Yeah, there's a train track's not too far. But there's a lot of conferences and stuff going on. A lot of them going on this year, surprisingly, which is great because it's going to just help spread the awareness, help get people to show up and get the spark going. Maybe get future researchers interested in the subject. Falling in love with this subject as a kid and sparking the imagination. Because we definitely need. There was a gunshot or a loud. It didn't sound like a wood knock. It sounded more like a. I guess machine or mechanical sound or possibly a gunshot thud. All right. But yeah, I'm actually really sore. I'm getting really sore from doing all these push-ups and stuff. I actually doing 100 push-ups a day challenge. I ripped my I ripped the skin on my toes, my big toes. I ripped them right down, horizontally through the center. Where you kind of bend them for the push up. I ripped. I ended up actually ripping them and stuff. So it is definitely an experience, but definitely one that's worth it. Just to be able to be stronger, being able to be out here, having more endurance, just being healthier and stuff. I'm actually just trying to be healthier and change up my diet a little bit. Oh. There's a little critter right there. right there. Let's try to spot him. He's gonna climb up the tree, so it might scare him too much, but it's probably like a possum or a raccoon. Yeah, a raccoon will just climb way up there. A possum kind of might hang out and look at us for a little bit. They're actually really dumb. At least all the ones I've come across, they're not the brightest. Anyways, we'll just leave them alone and stuff. You don't want to. I never feel like, even when I get close and stuff to animals, you don't want to put too much pressure on them because they are already stressed living out here. So it's best to always just, give them space. And I say, if you're, approaching a wild animal outside to document, you should do so in a respectable, honorable manner, not a selfish, taking selfies type of manner. So, anyways, the link is in the chat. Ugh, get a little tired. Link is in the chat if anyone wants to jump on stuff. You can always chat, talk about Bigfoot, other cryptids, or honestly just hang out, talk about whatever. Doesn't have to be strictly about Bigfoot and all that. So, but yeah, so I'll be probably putting more videos out of me doing push-ups, and there's always haters out there saying shit, but of course they're never the ones putting the work in. And of course I got I can always do pictures of my cut up toes where they're split in half because I'm just doing too many. Pushing myself, which every person should try to do. Push past your fears, push past your anxiety, push past depressions and stuff. Everyone's dealing with shit, right? Exercise is one of the best ways to be able to express pent up energy, and of course, the whole list of health benefits. So, so we're doing Bigfoot training and stuff. So we might have some videos on that. You might have some videos of I don't know. I like to exercise and working out. The channel might have some workout stuff and challenges, I guess. Maybe we'll have some Bigfoot challenges of a week routine. Maybe a push-ups on Mondays and squats, just regular squats, just full body movements, no weights or nothing, just doing your body and doing different stuff like that. Of course, sit-ups, crunches. Start getting us into shape. Because it's only going to benefit you out here and in your life. So, and everyone can do it. I always hear excuses of people don't have time, people don't, they don't have the energy, or they're not strong enough and stuff. And that's That's hogwash. Everyone can start. You might just be at different levels. You might be able to only do one push up, two push ups. Maybe you need to be on your knees. Maybe you need to lean on a chair or on a wall. Maybe you can't squat down all the way. You can only bend down 10%, 20%, 30%. Well, if you can do that, then that's a start. Now just put some reps into it. Don't have time. What are you talking about? I mean, I did 25 push-ups in under a minute for the short. I only need to do that 4 times a day. That's 100. It's easy to spread that out throughout the day. Maybe you can have a goal of 10 push-ups a day. Have a goal of 20 push-ups. Whatever your goal is. But I think everyone should set their mind to it, and researchers especially. I mean, come on camera and stuff. We don't need to be some, the stereotypical fat slob redneck researcher who, is that stereotype that is laughed at and not taken seriously. We should have, we should look like we actually get the fuck out in the woods, put some miles in, and we're not just sitting on our asses. In my humble opinion, I think everyone does research in their own ways and are getting stuff by doing different things and campfire stories and all that. And I think that's great too. But at the same time, I think, you got to put some miles in. You got to walk. You should, you should look like, you put the fucking effort into it. Because, I'm thinking about, next summer and stuff, this summer, next summer, and 5 years from now. What about 10 years from now? Hopefully I have footage of Sasquatch, for 10 years. I don't want fucking. Oh, we got pyro on. Hopefully you have. How's it going, man? Are you there?
All right. I hit the link. I was texting so much, I figured shit, might as well talk a little bit instead. Fingers are getting tired.
Awesome.
Yep.
How?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
I'm here.
How's it going, man?
Uh-oh.
You
got
might
like one bar service for a minute. Is there a delay?
There might be a little bit, at least on my end, because I am out in the woods. Hopefully, the audience will be able to hear everything you're saying.
Sounds like there's about a 10-second delay. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. A lot of us kind of. Uh-oh.
All right. I tripped right there.
Yeah. I just want to pop on real quick, say hi. There are just a few on here tonight, so I'm kind of a shy Indian, I guess. I'm Cherokee down here in northeast Oklahoma, in the Cherokee Nation. So
that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's first time having you on. I don't
on Lee McNews channel one time. The Ravens Outpost shared some photos. I sent some photos your way one time. just because y'all are kind of smaller guys and just getting into that. And I saw you on carry shows and even got invited to go along his next expedition. That never happened. So I was going to be the medic down there and done and do the technical stuff.
That'd have been awesome, and yeah, I was looking forward to that. It really
Still there?
sucks that Carrie's
Yep.
gone and stuff. Man, I really it really sucks and stuff.
Yeah, my best friend was from Michigan up there. Was a kindergartner. This family, they had steel industry up there, and they bought a big ranch next to me here in the Cherokee Nation, and we got to be best friends at school the first day we saw each other. And we hung out and fished, and kind of taught him. Had kind of
It's pretty good. You guys have some reports over there on the res and stuff or around there.
yeah. I'd only talked to him a couple of times, and when I put my stuff in or told him I could come down there and do that. And I mean, he talked to me like he was my, just a things. Yeah, yeah. They really don't call it a res here. I mean, there is kind of a reservation area, still with a few houses, but we're spread out through all of northeast Oklahoma. As far as area goes, we have over 500,000 members of the tribe. Um, but yeah, David Wilbanks did his little part of it now, just right over the hill from us here on Grand Lake. Here several years ago in 2003, it come out, and there were reports all in this area before that, and they're still here. And let me try to front porch. Kind of scare you out there, but
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
able to
I
hear your
remember him
audio.
doing stuff out
Your
there.
end coming back at me too fast.
Yeah, there's a delay.
There we go.
I remember David doing some work out there.
Bigfoot.
Still doing some good work out there, I think. And
Yep. Yeah, he is. He's kind of taking a break from the Bigfoot stuff and doing his outdoor channel more right now. But Robert Kreider, one of your buddies, is going to be down here at a
yeah,
conference next weekend. I'm going to go see them for the weekend. The Kaimishi Mountains, that's a pretty active area.
oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to beat that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun right there. They're putting on a good. Robert and I can't remember the people who own the museum and stuff at the moment, but got a great program and stuff going.
Yeah. There'll be a bunch of boots on the ground guys there. The guy from the 400 over in Missouri, he's going to be there. Troy,
Oh yeah,
something I believe. But yeah, there's being in the Cherokee Nation, there's always stories. Growing up with stories about malevolent beings, and and then other than Bigfoot as well. And we've all had to live with that, and had a little fear of the dark with that. But kind of our beliefs and stuff kind of gives us power over that, sometimes, and gives us strength to keep going out. And I was raised up hunting and fishing, all hours of the night, from coon hunting to hunting and everything. And so there's nothing's ever kept me out of the woods until for just a while when I was about 12 years old. Me and my sister and my cousin were down in the creek bottoms riding our bicycles and running down through there just as fast as we can, just laughing and jumping jumps and running down through the wood bottom there, and come out to a field opening and sit there just for a second to look. And then, just right behind us, probably 40 yards, 50 yards at the most, just the Tyrannosaurus scream let out, just enough to, vibrate your eyes and just shake the trees on us, just, scared the hell out of us. We were up in the air with our bikes and sideways and back the way we were going, in just a few seconds, looked like Scooby-Doo, in the air, just paddling as fast as we could for our lives because, that the whatever it was right on us. And, we flew home, told Dad, out in the yard, he knew we were, terrified of something. And, he was just like, okay, I'll get Grandpa and we'll go down there and take care of it, and they got their medicine, tobacco, and, called the medicine man and told him what was going on. He told them what to do. And they went down there and blessed the area and, kind of put us at ease, at that. And we were back down in there, riding that same road maybe 2 or 3 days later, didn't, we just kind of took it away, just left us at ease about it. So that was our first encounter with one. It wasn't a visual. If we had looked that direction, we would have saw it. It was so close, it was a stone's throw from us, but we opted not to. No one, none of us did. I've asked them both and said, did you ever look, over there? And they were like, no way, we didn't look, because I couldn't see for a minute. Everything was blurry while the sound was going on. And it was almost like a tornado siren going off right next to you. And we have a power, a lake that generates power up here on the hill, and it blows its siren. It's about a mile from my house. And every time it starts up, no matter what time of year, what time of day, that first initial welling up of it takes me back to that, to that time when that happened to us down there. Because I'm almost thinking, is that it again? Just for a split second. And I'm thinking, it's the powerhouse, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't see it. I believe, I might have stayed out of the woods a little longer, but uh, yeah, that was our first encounter. And a few years later, me and my buddy were out hunting just about a mile from there. We live on a Clearwater Creek that runs into a lake down here at the end of the Ozarks, and that we had been shooting at a hornet's nest for, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, trying to knock it off, trying to cut the limb off of it, to take it home. And the hornets, they finally found us. It wasn't cold enough to make them hibernate all the way yet. And they traced the bullet path, the oil or something from the bullets. I think I've done that a couple of times, and they find you out in the woods. So we started having them hit around us and land on us and stuff, and having to crush them and run off. So we decided, well, that's enough. We'll let them freeze a little longer before we get the nest out of there. Because those nests are pretty cool. And in fact, my friend, he finally found it a few months later. It had fallen off of there, and he put it in his closet. Well, once the heater warmed up in the house, he didn't think the hornets were still in there, and there was probably 200 wasps there, all in his bedroom.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So yeah, but we'd been doing that for a little while, and we just knew we had to head back towards his farm. He's the one that moved from Michigan and had bought the big acreage down there, and we had to do chores and fix fence or whatever. So we was headed back that way, and I said, let's go over this last hill. I've never been in this brushy area there. It was almost deer season. So I was like, let's see how many deer we can kick out of there and see. He's like, oh, there's nothing in there but brush and boulders, rocks and stuff. Maybe a cave. And he's like, well, let's go check it out. Let's run through there. It's on the way home anyway. So we fly up this last hill, just in our almost not a sprint, but a clumsy stumble anyway. Headed up through there, and as soon as just about where we could see over the top of the hill there, we heard what we thought were dogs barking for a second. But we were walking through the leaves, just crunch, crunch, crunch so loud. We both had to stop, and as soon as we did, it stopped. And it's like we looked at each other. He said, "Was that dogs?" And before we get the word "dogs" out, it hollered, and it was that same holler in that creek bottom, come from over that ridge there. And And again, it vibrated my eyes. I don't know if it's adrenaline instantly or just the loudness of it shaking you, but you can't see everything. Everything just kind of goes blurry green. And we were up in the air and down that hill as fast as we could go, And I was telling him, "You got the gun, you got the gun," and he turned around, looked at me, and threw it at me, and I caught it and kept running. It was just a 22, so it wasn't near enough gun or whatever was hollered at us. It was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We've had he's got Brahma bulls on the farm there, and they fight sometimes, and just that I don't know infrasound they can make almost the bellowing and stuff. It was much more powerful than that. His dad was like, "Oh, that's just an old bull up there, or something lost, or something like that." And you're like, "No, that's." It's like we can't see, you can't hear it. You couldn't have heard it. 2 miles from the house there. It was so loud to us, but there's definitely something still in the hills there, up around this area. But I've hunted there, and the same area. I've never gone to that same part of that ridge. I won't go over that ridge ever, probably, but I can hunt all around it in the hollows and the hills and stuff. And I've never seen them again since then. And that was we was 15 then, and that happened. But there's
Right.
I run in the sign, in this area, find footprints, every few years or so. And, they're still here. I tell Dave, said, if you ever want to come back up and see your spot again, so I'll go with you. They're still around.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if they're usually if they're there historically, and the area is really not developed and untouched, kind of how it used to be.
Yeah,
They're going to be there then, or
yeah,
move through the area at least.
yeah, yeah. I think we just ran up on those too fast or something. I'm not sure if they were going to harm us or if they would come looking for us, they would have had us. But I think we intruded on a family group almost. It felt like that. We got in on them too fast, and they had to do something to, like the one time we were riding bikes as fast as we can down through to them, and then that time we were just almost running over the hill to them. So
Yeah,
I think
actually, riding a bike is really quiet.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, on
so you can,
little gravel road through the trail, like you're walking on tonight. Electric bike would be almost silent out there.
yeah, yeah, you can actually sneak up on a lot of stuff that way.
Yeah, you see guys ride over bears, and stuff on bikes, and have to get up and hold the bike up over their head, try to make themselves look big, trying to fend off bears. But that's
Yeah.
yeah. But there's bears around here now. My buddy's got big trail cam pictures of big maybe a 500-pound black bear. I haven't seen one in a while myself, but I said a cougar last year, and he was just a small, probably a year and a half, 2-year old cougar. Is on its own, but it come looking for me, checking me out. It had the wind on me, and it was coming in, and all I had was my muzzle loader, and I thought, oh shoot, and my knife. So I took my knife out and got my muzzle loader ready for my one shot. So since then I carry a pistol with me just in case, because my wife's seen one sitting out our driveway on the side of the road out here. So they're definitely around. Our fire chief, he's seen a breeding pair, just down the road, about half a mile from the house. So they're definitely getting big. They show them on the news here every now and then, and some of them look like a female lioness. They're getting hefty.
Oh
Way
yeah,
too fast.
they they get pretty big and muscle bound and stuff. They actually, um, if I'm pretty sure they're definitely can pounce the highest and farthest of any large cat, and they definitely have a carry capacity that's up there,
Yeah,
being able to drag you and stuff. So
yeah. I watch that mountain men every now and then, and watch them run them with dogs up there, and they don't look too bad. But if they're in this much cover and hunting you don't have dogs after them, I'm sure they are a lot different. There they just sit up in the tree, look like a house cat, and they run them out or whatever.
yeah,
When they're being quiet and after you, that's a totally different animal. I'm thinking.
yeah, they kind of got them Yeah, it's just instinctively trained to like just tree and run away from the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one around here, a younger one that was passing through a couple of years ago, but they usually rotate and come back through areas.
Yeah. Yeah, there's areas here that the coon hunters don't hunt because of the dogs get run out of there, run back to them, or or disappear totally. Sometimes, and some of them even talk about hearing the like the chimpanzees hollering around at them out there in the woods and stuff. They said there was a monkey out there hollering at them or something. He's like, ugh. So it probably wasn't a monkey. Yeah, yeah, but that second account I was telling you about when we heard it sound like it was barking like dogs. I heard the oh, what's his name from California has the samurai chatter on there. Ron Moorhead for the first
Yeah,
time
Moorhead.
about 5 years ago, and I was listening to that, and it was late at night, and I was up after a call or something, and I found that and played it, and it was when it started, sounded like they were talking to each other. Well, the hair on my neck stood up, and just all over my arms and everywhere, and I almost got sick. I had to sit down because it was what we heard, that sounded like he was barking up there, and there was a little bit of like a language to it, like it was like it said the word Jiska, which means to scare in Cherokee at the end of its little statement, but it was so fast. I was just thinking, what was that? That wasn't a dog, that wasn't human, that was that was something. But when I heard that samurai chatter, I was like, oh, no, that's what it was. It still didn't really dawn on me until that moment. That's what that was for some reason. That
Uh,
sounds crazy, but
so you think that they made a Native American word for scare?
to scare you. Yeah, just gone.
Scare,
Yeah, to
to
scare you.
scare,
Yeah,
and then
it's
they
almost like
proceeded
there
to
was
try to
one
scare
talking to
you.
her. Yeah, it was almost like there was one talking to another one, saying, "What do you want me to do?" Or something. Then the other one answered, and it said that, and so it was like, oh, that's kind of, even if you couldn't understand the language, that's almost what it was implied. The sound of it. It was like, it's like, are you going to do something or am I? There's one was telling the other or something, and then it hollered, just instantly after that. So I was like,
That's
that's
that's amazing and very interesting too. If that's exactly what was said, because that's what they typically try to do, right? They don't like try to kill us and physically attack, but they try to scare us out of the area,
uh-huh.
and it's a very intelligent thing to do,
Yeah,
especially if they're actually have a language like Native American tongue and have that sort of intelligence. I mean, that's just a game changer of all sorts of
yeah,
all sorts of things, really.
yeah. I went up to Nebraska, and I shared that story with Ron himself up there at the Nebraska conference last year, and Duke Sullivan was there, and the guy from down south that played the Boggy Creek Monster, Keith Crabtree, he was there. Me and
Oh yeah,
me and Keith got along the best. We were like old hunting buddies after just a few minutes, and we sat around and talked most of the weekend. But yeah, he was. But yeah, Ron thought that was interesting a little bit, and but he was busy with meeting all his people and stuff, so I didn't. I held back till about the end and told him that, and then kind of went on.
yeah. He's kind of a celebrity and stuff at the conferences, so he gets
Yeah,
flooded.
yeah, but yeah, didn't. But yeah, yeah, I'll always remember that the rest of my life. When I go hunting now, I look a little longer in the tree line just to make sure there's not something standing there watching me, or even now being outside, you know, I have the idea that something could come walking through just any minute here. Like I said, I'm in the first hall of the Ozarks, with the lake in the prairie here. If they wanted to skirt around the lake in the prairie, here I am. They come right up my holler. So
yeah. Well, and that's the thing is they're living around people just like you in your backyard in your back 40,
yeah,
the backwoods of America. And I think Americans would actually flip out if they realized how much we're out there and how close they were to us.
yeah,
And maybe that's why they really are just classified still because of the sheer panic it would cause. I
yeah,
mean, look at the panic mountain lions cause when they're sighted, and
yeah,
yeah, it caused panic around here a little bit. So
yeah, yeah. And they're here. I mean, they see 5 or 6 a year in this area, on trail cams or whatever, and they have them in the little shacks, the eating places and stuff. They have pictures of them. So they're definitely getting thicker than the bears. There's probably, I don't know, 30, 40 bears in this county alone. Now. So
yeah, I don't know how many would be in this county and stuff. Maybe one. Every couple of years they move through but up north and stuff we have healthy populations of like 19,000.
yeah, yeah,
Or probably more up in the UP
yeah.
now, but
There's two counties in southern Oklahoma that have an open bear season until they get 50 a year, I think, and they usually do that in 2 weekends. So
oh wow.
they said the chief biologist, I hauled him to Tulsa the other day, and he said they'll probably have an open bear season for the state, northeast Oklahoma within 5 years because the population's growing so big. They study them, they crawl in their dens and tranquilize them, or get them while they're hibernating and tag them and stuff. So they know how many, got a good handle on how many's around the area. Yeah, people run into them just out walking their dogs sometimes, out here. So that's a little too close to comfort for me. I carry a pistol. We will keep one close, with me all the time now. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to be
yeah,
careful. That's why I kind of usually have a big knife or carry my rifle because you just never know. And it's better to be prepared.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I know. So we'll probably hang out here for a second to listen. Being on this top of this ridge right here.
Yeah. I'll be quiet for a while. Are you in like a hunting preserve area? That the trails are that
You don't have to be. You don't have to
platted?
be quiet.
Or
Yeah, I'm
trails
on
are
some
pretty
public
clear
land
there.
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Looks
Yeah,
like the
typically
trails are
that's
almost
where
leaf
you.
blown there.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I got a good hunting area, I'll leaf blow with the last 40 yards to my stand, so I can sneak in quietly, have some dirt to walk in. I can also see the tracks going to the stand, see how many big deer are around and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Get it cleared out.
Yeah, I'll probably leave
Yeah,
my
the
audio
Dogman
actually right
conference is coming
here.
up, but it's going to be Memorial Day weekend, I think, Fort Worth. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a few Dogman conferences springing up this year, which is always good. Help spread the awareness.
yeah.
I'll take a walk over here.
DA Roberts, yeah. DA in Texas supposed to have a camp out down at the Red River this fall. I might try to make it. Go
That'd
down
be
and cook
pretty
some
sweet.
hog for him. Maybe he's supposed to have a fish fry, but meat. Cook that up
Yeah,
in some big kettles.
if I was closer, I'd definitely be hitting those guys up. I know Texas is a good guy. So Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet to go to the Brown Springs area too. You're
I
been over
forgot what
that
pictures
way?
I had. I've been through there. I've been to the casino there. They have some good concerts, big name country acts there sometimes, Blake Shelton and stuff. But I never knew about it till he started talking about it a couple of years ago. Right there behind it, it's just kind of a brushy area through the river there on on the edge of the fields. So there's not a whole lot of area there. There's maybe 10 miles, 8 miles, and then about a half a mile wide to the river. So
Oh,
it's kind
okay.
of just kind of like a bottom down there off the Red River. It looks like the other side, the Red River, be more conducive to holding Bigfoot. There's giant bluffs and hills and stuff through there. If you look at it on Google Earth, there's quite a bit more area and trees on the other side. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, I mean, if there's a nice chunk of woods like that, or even a bottom, it's probably a good spot for them to hang out.
yeah, yeah. I'd have to do that by a pontoon boat, I think, out there in the middle of it. Hopefully, they couldn't swim too good. I
Oh,
don't go
yeah.
out. I don't go look. I don't go look for them myself. I don't. I look to stay away from it. Or keep out of danger anymore. Especially since those ones got their bluff in on us so early in life. When we were just 12 and 15 when those incidents happened, and
Yeah,
just
I
having.
definitely probably would be different if my experiences were like that.
Yeah.
I got yelled at once, and it shook me a little bit for sure. But
Yeah. Yeah, to this day, my hunting buddy, we have never talked about it. We ask each other where we go, where we're going hunting first morning or whatever. Sometimes, and sometimes we'll still be able to get together and go. But when his kids are going somewhere, he'll tell me, or whatever, and I'll go to that same area or whatever, just kind of stay close to him or whatever, and just kind of keep an eye on each other. But we never have discussed it.
mm-hmm.
I've never, if I played those, the Moorhead tapes for him, he'd probably have the same reaction, I did. It's like, that's it. That's what it was. That take you back to that
Without a
second.
doubt. And that's kind of what I heard when I got yelled at, and they started, the female and male started talking to each other. Samurai chatter type of sing song language thing.
Yeah. 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 I've heard some rock clacks before, and a tree knock a couple of years ago now down on the lake in southern Oklahoma. But I went on down there just to see if it did it again. I was muzzleloader hunting, and I was like, I'd already walked an hour. I'm not going to run out of here just because of one big tree knock. So I'll go a little closer, see if I can see what I can see here. But I believe in the higher power and higher spirit. If they were created, they have to have some idea of that themselves. So they have to answer to someone eventually too, and hopefully they know enough to not destroy another life. But I know it happens sometimes, and there's evil in the world. But maybe that'd play a safety factor for you.
Oh yeah, I definitely have faith in. I mean, you get. I mean, out here and stuff, I definitely always say a prayer and stuff, and even in my most intense situations in all my life, I always say the name and call out because that's my first and foremost protector, honestly.
Yeah.
And I've been in situations of things I couldn't explain, and by calling on my faith and stuff, it has saved my ass. It seemingly has made things work out. It has proved itself. So,
Yep. Yep.
whatever happens is going to happen. But I know at least someone's watching over me.
Yep. I've been saying
Uh,
my last daughter's she's a senior this next year, so after that, maybe I'll start looking a little more, and I'm sure it won't be too hard to find them around here if I really get into it. But I'm getting all the equipment bought up now and storing back, and it might be obsolete by then. But I've got a little thermal camera and some night vision and recorders, and I've caught a few things on my trail cams and stuff. It's one or two of the pictures I think I sent you here in the past. But a friend caught an interesting a giant. I guess it's like an oblong orb, I guess, or maybe I don't know. I don't really believe in portals too much, but it looks like a portal, just bright light. It's either a drop of rain on the lens with the flash just brightening everything out, or something different. I told him let's go out there and put some water on there and take pictures with it, or have it set off and see if we can duplicate that again. And he's like, "You go out there. I'm not going out there at nighttime." He said, "But I'm going to try it. It's not too far from his house, so I'm going to try it and see if it'll do that again." It's a very interesting picture. I'll try. I'll send it to you here tonight after we get off here or something. But it could be water with the white light, just blinding white light, making it knock everything else out. But it's like there had to be something else to set the camera off too, to make it take the picture, not
Right.
just a piece of water landing on the lens.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it typically doesn't cause
You
them to
can't,
go off like that.
yeah, you can't see legs under it or around it like there's a deer there, or anything. But it's definitely different. I've caught a couple different things in the past, but this is a lot different. Well,
Yeah, that's interesting. I definitely would like to see it, and maybe show it on a show if you want to come back on and stuff.
yeah, you can do that. I sent you some several months ago, but never did come on or whatever. But I forgot what all I sent you now. But I showed a few on Lee's channel, a year or so ago.
Hmm. All right. Yeah, message me again and send those pics and stuff. I'll definitely take a look. I
Anything
gotta.
you want to show that I sent you would be fine.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
Messenger? Are you on Messenger? About the easiest way, I think.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, or you can email me right there too. But you can find me usually the Lost Cryptids Facebook group. I'm in a ton of Bigfoot groups. So yeah, reach out at any time and stuff.
Andrew's sitting here.
I might not
Yeah.
reach back right away depending on what the family's doing, but usually after 9 o'clock
That's fine.
is always as I'm able to be free and stuff.
All righty. Looks like we kept Sandra up a few hours later.
Yeah, so I'm definitely glad you came on. Definitely have to come on more often.
She's available. There's more to say. Like I said, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I think I'm subscribed to over 190. I was counting up the day. I might listen to 2 or 3 different ones a week is all, but eventually there'll be something on there that just
That is a lot,
you
and
know triggers my interest or whatever. Not like all Bigfoot was caught lately. That was different. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about those. He definitely caught stuff more than just Bigfoot himself, I think. So,
yeah,
but Well, all right. I'm gonna get off here. I gotta go work in a few hours. So
All right. Well, take it easy and
it's my
stuff. I'm
work week.
glad you showed up and stuff.
All right. I was wide awake for some reason. Like I said, it sounded like we grew up about the same way, just different parts of the country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It definitely sounds like it. And, I hope to get out your way one of these days. And if I'm in Oklahoma, I'm definitely gonna have to stop by. Maybe get out in the field together. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My sister's got some interesting tracks by her part of the lake, about 10 miles away. I haven't told her about that. A trapper buddy of mine found this past December. She's got some caves on her property that I don't want to go in there and disturb them if there's something there, to like follow me back to her house or something, I don't think I'm gonna bother what's there. There's definitely something in there, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be pretty interesting. And not something you want to bring back to your house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, good luck the rest of the evening. I'll be watching until I fall asleep probably. So
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on and stuff.
have a
You're
good
welcome
night.
anytime.
We'll see y'all.
Yeah, you too. Thanks again, Pyro.
Yep.
All right. We're that was pretty interesting stuff. Some pretty crazy, intense stories. I am right now. I'm in this creek bed. I'm looking for tracks actually, and make my way back over to head out and stuff because we're gonna be shutting this live stream down here soon. I didn't plan on being out all night, but maybe next time we'll go and be out all night. Trying to not to get too muddy and stuff, but if it happens, oh well. Another quiet night. A lot of deer though. A lot of deer out. If they were walking through the swamps, there would be, easy tracks you'd be able to find and tell, but I'm just hoping one of these days to come across some epic track line. Just last month, this was completely flooded. Actually, like 3 feet. But we're gonna head out of here, get back onto the trail, and I'm gonna set the recorder out before I actually head out. It'll be the last thing I do. I got a different place I'm gonna go drive to, like I explained earlier, and go set it out that way. And then I'll collect it tomorrow, or I guess I can actually just, depending on the weather and stuff, just change the batteries on it and then just let it record. because I can. I think I can record like 150, like 130 hours, since I already recorded stuff on it. So I can just change the batteries out and keep doing that. We got replaceable batteries, rechargeable batteries. And we're going to start doing audio recordings out here. And then we're going to pretty much just upload it to YouTube, I guess. If you guys want to kind of help look at the audio, go through the audio and stuff, it would save me some time. And I think it'd be exciting for you guys to jump into audio that's never been looked through by me or anyone else, and potentially have more ears to listen to the tracks, the audio tracks, to determine what, if anything, might be on them. Of course, you're going to be hearing cars and planes, possibly train horns and stuff. So I think it'll be, I got the hiccups. It'd be a good way to study, look at, and understand what actually goes into that. So I think I actually am going to, there's a couple ways I could do this. One is to basically put the audio straight up onto YouTube where you guys just have to listen to it only. But I also can record the wavelength so you guys can actually see it on the graph while it's playing. That will take longer to, of course, do that to upload, but probably be better to be able to see what the audio is doing too. And yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. There are. It's truly God's love on earth is a mother's love for her kids. But yeah. So we'll be doing that. Hopefully get the audio going more consistently. Going out here just to have it. And if we can try to do it consistently enough to... I actually got to do a couple tests with the rechargeable batteries. I actually got to see how long it's going to run nonstop before they completely die out. Therefore, I can tell. Typically, depending on the temperature and stuff, I'll have a baseline of how long the charge can last before I need to actually get them. Because if I can get it every couple days, that will save me effort. So I actually do have to test that, but we'll be doing the audio. And we got another, there's the West Branch, Michigan Bigfoot. It's Discovery Days is what they're called, but it's the West Branch, the West Branch Bigfoot Committee by Phil Shaw. They got a conference this next weekend coming up, and I've been to They're one of them about 2 years ago. Unfortunately, not able to make it this year because I got other things going on, and hopefully really good news soon. So I am unable to attend that, but they've got a pretty good program that they do every year, and Phil has a lot of reports from his area and does a good job documenting reports and still getting out in the field in his old age, and something I hope to do when I'm up there. So if you guys are in the area of West Branch next weekend here in Michigan, I highly recommend you guys go there, show your support, and talk to some good people and stuff. So I hope to go next year, but I never like to make plans too out as much as possible because plans change, things happen, life is chaotic, especially with family. So we unfortunately I'm not able to do the conferences this time around, but I am out here going live with you guys a lot more and doing different things. So a ton of spiders, and I do got the rifle just to show you guys, like carrying it around, the old Mosin-Nagant. But yeah, I guess I got too many things I'm doing all at once. It feels like, but I'm excited about a lot of things coming down. We'll be putting out here, so definitely excited. Be a lot more excited if things were going on right now out here, but just got to be patient because it's a numbers game. You come out here as much as you can. Sooner or later, things will happen. I'm getting kind of anxious because I'm ready for something awesome to happen. The next awesome things that hopefully can be captured on film. We've had a lot of interesting things over these years that we've put out, and audio of wood knocks, things being thrown on video, pictures of tracks, pictures of even picture of a supposed hand around a tree that the Lost Cryptids group got when we were over in the Dogwanack area by the Dewey Lake Monster when we did the Dewey Lake Monster Conference there a couple years ago. We had a show with Bigfoot Odyssey Care Arnold. He had us on, and we had a bunch of the speakers, the Lost Cryptid members, introduce themselves and talk a little bit on the show. and I did the conference that next morning, and that night we went out and had some pretty interesting things happen. Unfortunately, the video was not captured properly, and so all of that was basically lost. But there was a little bit that survived, and some audio and stuff, and some pictures actually, and I'll be showing those next week. It's actually funny because I noticed that someone else was posting about them, and basically, actually, it's some hater who doesn't. I'm not even sure why they were posting them or on their story or something, or it's just interesting that I don't know, maybe they're just from my perspective, I guess it seemed like they were trying to promote it as something they were a part of in some way, which is a lie. Of course, that person has no integrity and has no original ideas for themselves, so they tend to take things from others when they think those things are better than what they can do. Also, the guy looks like he literally ate a cow and has it wrapped around him, so don't yeah, can't expect much from him when he doesn't get out and go anywhere. Good old Eric. But anyways, yeah, I'll be showing that picture and some other videos and stuff that we rotate around. It hasn't been shown and seen in a while and stuff. I don't think people even know we actually have some of this stuff. So we'll probably do that. I don't know if I'm not out next weekend. I guess we'll be doing it, but it's just amazing. I just find it funny that other people, use things that aren't theirs to try to progress further socially, or whatever. I don't know, be Bigfoot famous, or to somehow, I don't know, be a better Bigfoot researcher, Bigfoot podcaster by doing everything they can besides going out here and doing the work. Like, I don't know, I just don't get that sort of stuff. Like, people spend too much time online and talking to people on the phone and doing podcasts than going out here. So, I the only work that, is of value is the work that you can see people doing out in the field, not, what they say they did out in the field, when they can't show you. Or, if, certain people have integrity, they don't have to show me they're going out all the time for me to think that they're actually putting work in. But there's more than enough people their lack of evidence of them doing anything is clear indication that they're not doing anything. Excuses are like, everyone has them. Everyone has a life and family and kids or work or whatever, but you make time. I mean, if you want to get out here and try to find and answer the questions of what's really out here, you make the time to come out here. And I mean, there's been times where I've gotten a fight and stuff with arguments and stuff over friends and family, or spending time out here, getting out here. You know, it can be an inconvenience a little bit, but if you're truly passionate and you want to solve this mystery, you stand your ground, and you know, it's not something that I back down from. That's why I'm out here, just to figure out what that is a train. If anyone was thinking, to figure out what I experienced, as a 13-year-old kid, and as a young adult, and as an adult, and throughout my life. So I'm certainly not coming out here because of making make believing bullshit and trying to sell you guys fucking bullshit. It's a lot easier ways to do that on YouTube, and a lot easier ways to, you know, make videos and content and get paid to do that than doing Bigfoot stuff. All right, but basically, I'm gonna walk back to the car and stuff, and be shutting it down. So, a couple minutes left. I suggest, everyone, if you're able to have some time off in August and you find yourself close to Michigan, why don't you check out the Michigan Bigfoot and Dogman Conference that we are hosting. The link is in the description for you, the information of where it's at, ticket prices. It's $30 online, $35 at the door, and we are taking vendors for $40. You get a table and a space, and of course the entrance to the event. So we're gonna have be announcing speakers here pretty soon. But we hope to have information on the Dogman, what people are seeing, and of course information on Bigfoot, and hopefully get some stories out of people that show up and stuff. We'll have different segments during the conference, of course, mainly speakers spreading the awareness. We'll have town hall type of story encounters that people locally can share if they want. Then we'll be doing questions and answers, of course, for individual speakers, and I think possibly as a group also. And then we'll be doing working on a camp out and going to an area with sightings, historical sightings, and different things. So we will be out on the trails and stuff, depending on what kind of a group and stuff we get. People might not be able to go off trail, so we'll probably be on trail or off trail, depending on who is going, and maybe if we have enough people to split it into different groups. So pretty excited. So we'll be having the conference is on a Friday, and then we'll be going out that Friday night. Saturday night, and then on Sundays and stuff. So we'll be out in the really in the field, doing the work. and of course showing people how to really we do it and stuff. We'll probably try to go live and stuff throughout that, of course. And of course, look over here for a second. That's a vine. I thought it was a rope for a second. The way that one went down like there, but um, so it's a free camp out and stuff. It's not going to cost money to go out with us and stuff. You know, you might have to pay for your own camp spot, especially if we have a lot of people who want to go and stuff, and pay for your own food and drink and stuff. But we're not going to charge anyone to take them out in the field to be guided by us. I guess donations, of course, would be accepted, but definitely not going to be charging anyone to do that. We're mainly just going to have a nice, night investigation. Really, I actually want it to be the real deal. I don't want to have to baby anyone. But of course, if there's kids and there's things like that, we're definitely going to have a more easy walk and talk and type of thing. But I think if we have people who are more, excited and physically capable, I think we're going to go actually off trail and do some things that way. And hopefully get some encounters. So, but that's about it, guys. I'm going to be shutting down the show now. I'm not going to be going too long. But next week or or it could even be sooner than that. I'll probably be out in the field, or it might be 2 weeks from now. It might be out in the field and stuff. We'll be doing out here for definitely a couple hours and stuff, 5 hours at least. So looking forward to a lot of projects and stuff that we're going to be doing and stuff, audio and trail camera work, which of course we won't be seeing the results of the trail camera for a couple months and stuff. So, but excited about that sort of stuff. Excited about the conference. Excited about different campouts that we're going to be doing with just the Lost Cryptid members. Then probably some public campouts and stuff. There's people who always want to go camping out with us and stuff, but I typically try to. Well, it's just sometimes it's hard with people. So, and there's a lot of areas that I just don't want to take people to because of several different reasons. But when we have the conference and stuff, we'll be going to an area that's pretty well known. A lot of researchers have gone there, do go there and stuff. So it's not a secret area or anything. An area that I don't want to be known about. So, but anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little outing that we did, a little live show, and we had an awesome guest, Pyromedic, jump on, talking about his experiences as a young kid and even stuff that's happening still in the present day. So definitely an awesome show that if you guys want to help share and help social support, maybe spread the word around, maybe tell some people to subscribe to us, stuff like that. Check out the description for the conference link. If you find yourself close by, you want to come meet me, kind of meet the gang, the Lost Cryptids, hang out. It definitely would be awesome to meet you guys and spend time with you guys and even get out in the field, honestly. And if all you do is hang out by the fire and talk and tell stories, trust me, it's going to be a great time. So I'm definitely excited and looking forward to that. So with that, we're going to end the show. You guys can look forward tomorrow. Nikki's doing a show. She has a pretty good guest, it seems. So I look forward to Nikki's show. And then shout out to um, Duke, who's doing his show with Robert Kreider tomorrow on his channel, World Bigfoot Radio. Can't remember it. Robert Kreider's going to be as a guest doing an interview. And so stay tuned to that as I will. So you guys are the best. Thanks for making everything amazing and fun. So God bless and everyone get some rest. I'll see you guys on the other side.